Spanke Owupe too, and an obvious challenge has been the first day of school and roll my whole life, right? So now I embrace Banky, Bank, whatever you want to call me, but it's Spanke. All right, so I am an educator and I am a writer. And about 4 years ago, I started doing this program called Artist Way. Is anybody here familiar with it? Julia Cameron? All right. So when you start this program, they basically let you know that your life is gonna completely blow up if you follow it properly. You're gonna hopefully rise like a phoenix and forget your Groundhog Days, or you're gonna completely fuck everything up. So I'm like, okay, 50-50 chance to see how this works. So I started doing the program, and one of the things they have you do is reflect on your past dreams, your buried dreams, all the things you hoped and wished for, and for some reason you decided you could not do. So as I'm reflecting on this, I remember that I always wanted to be a dancer. But if you guys know Nigerian parents, that art shit, nah, they're not really with it, right? And it's science and math and engineering. And I would insert my father's Nigerian accent, but she told me I can't, and I'm not that good at it, okay? Y'all are quick, all right. So I decided at 32 years old that I was going to begin taking dance classes. And at the time, I was about 30 pounds bigger. I was embarrassed. I didn't want to be with like the little kids, so I started doing private instruction. Okay, so I followed the program to fidelity, and like they said, I completely blew my life up. I divorced, I left my hometown of Rochester, New York, and then I came here to Houston. So the wonderful thing about Houston, like she said, there's a mic, an open mic for any type of thing that you do every night. There are about 3 or 4 to choose from, okay? So I start kind of making the circuit, making the rounds, doing poetry, combining dance. It's kind of dope. But then I realized that, just a little bit, that 7 out of 10 mics in Houston are ran by a fuckboy. Are y'all familiar with this term? The definition of fuckboy is debatable, right? So a lot of guys have been telling me women are overusing this term. They come to me all the time like, am I a fuckboy? And I'm like, if you're asking, most likely. But just to give you guys a definition, a fuckboy is a man who uses his privilege in order to oppress others, okay? So these fuckboys who are running the mic, I had a promoter literally put his hand on my ass, like, oh, this is my girlfriend now. No, the fuck I'm not, okay? So I decided, all right, I need to do my own event because these guys are ridiculous. So I decided no matter what, every week I would hit 4 different stages. So the time that 69 is just backed up for no reason at 6:59 at night and everybody should be home by now, I still make it to the mic. The time that I have a flat tire in the rain, I will still make it to the mic. The time that I don't feel like it, no matter what, 4 times a week, I'm hitting a mic because I was preparing to do my own solo show. So as I'm getting very comfortable with, again, the poetry and the dance and the comedy, kind of funny, right? I realized, oh shit, you gotta actually have people come to the show. Okay, so at this point, I've been living here for like a year, and I'm like, who am I gonna invite? How is this gonna work? I was just completely intimidated. And a friend of mine said, you go everywhere and you talk to everybody. If anybody can sell out a crowd, it's you. And I'm like, I do? I go everywhere, I talk to people, like all this stuff had been a blur. So I went through my phone and I just started scrolling through, and any 713 numbers, any 832 numbers, I just started sending texts. These were random people at the grocery store. Somebody says, hey, I like your t-shirt. I go, oh, my homegirl made it. Give me your number so I can send it to you. All these random contacts. So start putting the show together. I have musicians, live instruments, I have the venue, we have the dancers, we have everything. And then the night of the show, do y'all think there was anybody there? It was sold the fuck out. Come on, you met me, right? No. But there were people who I literally had just met at the grocery store, restaurant, the cop that helped me the day that I had that flat, and everything came together. So I didn't become a dancer when I was younger, and I didn't become that engineer that my father wanted me to be, but I do know how to do sellout productions. Thank y'all. Oh, and side note, fuck all the fuck boys.